Hi guys, it is time to do some work on this one. So the first thing I need to do is get my Masterboards ready to rock and roll. So that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to decorate the Masterboards. And what I need, I just painted, remember these are all white. So you just painted them gray. And I'm just going to take off the, oh look, it's a very crooked. See if I can get that a little bit straighter. Okay. And then I'm just going to tear the tops where I want the tops. And I'm still going to be able to get my sunset in there. And I think that's what I want, is I just want to put a bunch of mountains on here, because that's kind of what it is. And can you imagine, I'm tearing up a 2026 calendar, but I got my calendars last year, and they were amazingly beautiful flowers, and I totally used them all up. So I know that these calendars are really helpful for me in my journals. So let's get this. I think I guess this way is up. So yeah, if you've seen my other one, you see that I have got all these Masterboards. And that's what I want to have inside the journal. I think this is the right size for my journal. I didn't check that, did I? Let's check that in just a second here. I need to get closer to the end there. Some days are shakier than others, guys. Those cactuses are so cool. All right. Let's see if this is going to even fit in here. No, so I'm going to lose a little bit of my cactuses. Let's take this part down a bit. And then we'll put it inside here. Figure out how far do I need to lose here. So I think I need to take it down about here. But I think the width is fine. Yeah, the width is fine. And now I want to put some mountains on this side. I actually found a lot of mountains in this one. Look at these beautiful. Beautiful, so beautiful. So this is, anytime you can see in Australia magazine, I don't know why, they have really good quality magazines. So look at these yellows, they're so cool. If I can find a larger page. Oh, that's gorgeous too. pretty sure I have trees. Yes, this trees business is what I want because of the horses. Oh man, that tree is beautiful too. These trees are beautiful too. So many choices here. Some of them are a little bit too big for this journal, and I do make larger journals as well, so I'll save those larger ones for larger journals. You see that I've already harvested quite a bit out of here. I just find it easier to leave them in the book than taking them out. Now look at that. Look at that one. This one is definitely a must-have. So I don't know what I did with my blade. We were doing stuff outside, but I have this little one. If I could find another one, that would be great. I don't know, palm trees are always so nice. Gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. Wow. Yeah, this one. And I don't photocopy, so I will lose one side. Let's see what I'm losing on the other side here. That's what happens if you lose some. I can't worry about it though, because if you notice I puncture holes in my thing. Okay, so let's get these in here. They're not going to be seen because they're going to be separated. So I think I want, if we take this, we're going to lose the prickly trees. If you've watched my journal, you'll know that I absolutely love trees. So I'm going to take it over so I get this part here right before the spots show up here. So my painting will just be borders, basically. Yeah. And then we're going to take it down here. Line up, baby. These will be Masterboards, or maybe they'll wind up being pockets, I'm not sure. So this one, I've got some pretty flowers here. So let's just take it right there. So gorgeous. Find our foldy part. Okay. Straighten it out a little bit. Those, I can see those being awesome pockets. I'm going to go right down. There we go. I think that'll be a nice border for those. Chickadee-boo. Wow. What the heck? Do I want these instead? Oh my goodness. Those are nice too. But I think I'm going to stick with this one. stick with the plan, Stan. Okay. I just had fun using that stencil. That's a pmartist Studio stencil. I don't know what I'm going to do with it when I'm decorating it. It's okay with me if I cover it all up. But I think I still want these trees. Because the whole point of these is to have pockets added. So this is just a masterboard. And to unify it, I like to paint it. So, whoops, unusual for that glue to move. Just gotta straighten this part out. See how we still have a little bit of a wow here. Right about here. Let me see if I undid my gluing. Yep. Because I was so close to the edge there. Then that will go in there. And I have a couple of more. My horse is sideways, but I think I'm going to cover it up anyways, so let's just put that right about here. That'll work. Let's get this one to be that size right here. I'm sorry guys, I don't measure. Just doing a quick video, honey. I hope it's quick. There we go. Now let's find some elements to put onto here. And because we have horses on the front, let's look at our horses book. If I have it here. Do I have my horses book? I've got to reach. Alright. So we should have some nice large horses here. And hopefully I don't have to fussy cut them. Look at how beautiful they are. This one is gorgeous. You are gorgeous. So are these ones. Make sure I only have one. I always do that, cut more than one out. And I always lose one. So on this one, I'm going to lose that one. So we're just going to take this one out. Normally, I would fussy cut this beforehand, but there we go. And then I want this one too. Make this family of horses. So I actually think that I want to put a really awesome background. So this goes into my recycle, or my place where I'm going to potentially make another masterboard. Let's see what I have here. That is so gorgeous, isn't it? Let's see. Oh my gosh, that's so beautiful. Beautiful. This is the sunsets one. This one is very nice too. They're so big though, right? They're really, really big. Love it. Absolutely love it. Oh, already at December. Love it. Love it. See, I think this horse could be on here. So look at this one. Don't you think? Let's try that. I've been doing magazine harvesting and stuff for quite a while. So let's get one of these. This is going to have to get fixed, but let's do this side first. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down so I can get some of the sky, not all of it, but some of it. Anytime it's kind of blurry, I don't mind ripping that out. Okay, so I'm going to take that. And then take this bottom part off. You have to admit I did a pretty good job picking. You have to admit I did a pretty good job picking.
What?
Yeah. So I think what we want is some water. Alright, so let's go right to here. And then let's take the halves here because we want that bend there. a little bite out of that. Take this out. Take your time and just do one at a time, okay? You don't have to worry about an up. I'm wobbly today. Okay, so let's grab a I guess this one will work. Just gonna add our horse here. Where do we want our horse? Let's put it right here. For that one. And let's just add this one right here because I'm not that keen on that actual roadway there. There we go. So now we have some repair jobs to do over here. Because these are coming out. So the person who has this can actually write right on here. You can see a lot of these are just clear. But I'm just gonna patch it down. Because when I'm putting them together, I'm not really trying really hard to get it to stay together until I'm actually decorating it. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some lined paper into here so that people can actually write in it. Just save myself some lined paper. I think I'm just going to add some lined paper. I wonder if that's even wide enough or long enough. Got these. This is, what is that called? Watercolor paper. Let's add that. I think that will be good there. Doesn't that look cool with the patchy? So you could stop here if you wanted, and you could add designs around it if you wanted to. I'm not going to worry about it. I like it. I like the look. I like grunge and stuff, so I'm fine with it being like this. later on when we're actually decorating the journal, we might add smaller elements or words or something, numbers maybe. But for now, we're just fixing them so we can get the journal tied together. Okay, this one down. So now we have 2 made, and we just have to decide if we want 2 or 3, because we're only going to have a small bit there. So maybe I better stop here and put my other paper in. So there's different books that you can get that will fit your journal. Okay, so these have different colors of line. This one's got the peach color, and this one has kind of a greenish color. So let's go with the greenish. And all we're going to do is we're going to come in here. I'm going to take a whole signature. Looks like I need one more page. Just one. Is that it? Yeah, I think so. They're sort of tied and they're sort of glued. And by removing them, we might lose one, okay? That's okay if we lose one. We'll use it in other ways if one gets wrecked when we're taking it apart. These are Dollorama booklets. Not expensive. But I like them because they're ready-made signatures, basically. I just gotta get going here. See what I mean? I'm gonna lose one. There we go. And I think that's all I need is one. So what we're gonna do is take the one off that we wrecked. Take our strings out. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pages. So that's 14 pages altogether. And let's put some of the scrapbooking or multimedia paper in as well. I don't like these parts here. I don't really like these with this part here. I just have to cut it off. Alright. And I don't think I'm going to worry about adding any other kinds of paper. So we have to trim them down. And what did I do with my cutting? Why am I losing everything? Oh, over there. Okay, so all we're going to do, kind of measure it a little bit here. So I think I want it from there. I don't even know if my cutter's going to cut that many pages. I hope so. Let's push it down to the end so we have a... That's fine. I'm going to take half of these. Let's cut half of them at a time. Let's make these a little bit longer. Let's go to that third area there. I think that should work. Yeah, let's go to the third area on this one. There. How come you're not lining up here? Oh, my poor blade. Okay. So once again, these are going to be going into the masterboard. So now we have our pages. So let's put our signature together. For a spine this thick, I'm only going to use one signature, okay? So we've got those two. Actually, you know what? We can also put in a, what color? Let's do the blue. We can also put in one of these, actually. This will, oh, I like that dark one. This will be, not take up as much space as my masterboard. Okay, and this is a square, so it doesn't matter which way we fold it. Feels like I did not cover up my glue stick. No, I didn't. Didn't close this either. Didn't put this back either. Come on, pay attention to your tools. Okay, so I think this will fit in here as well. Yep, so we just need to cut this down to the length we want. So you can see I'm not even worried about if they all have the same height in here. A lot of mine are very haphazard, but I like it. Okay, now let's make our signature. So we just have to decide which one do we want in the front. So when you open this, you have the horse, and I think this would be a nice beginning. Okay, so let's do that. Do some nice line paper. Let's do this one. Let's put these in here. Let's divide it up a bit. And then we might want to use one of these as a center, right? So why don't we fold it this way and make this center. You just have to make it fold back this way. There we go. So this one can be our center one. Put this in here. Put this one in here. This one. So even though some of them are higher, we want them centered. And we have super cool. What I'm noticing is that my dark one is a little bit long. Let's just trim that back a little bit. Like right about there. Sorry guys, I really don't measure. Okay, and let's do that on this one too. There we go. Now it should fit in there. Now when it goes in, it's a nice distance. So you just need some thread. Let's do this dark one here. Marion said 3 times. She said 3 times you do it. I always get too much, but then I do use them later on for tags. And I use hem cord for tying. I really like hem cord because it doesn't slide around. People use thread and then they wax it or something like that. I think hem cord's kind of maybe a little bit expensive, but I think it's worth it. It lasts a long time. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to put this in. We're going to get everything centered. See, we're centering it on this side and we're centering it on this side. We're going to measure only this, okay? We're going to do one more thing before we actually... So we need to find that. So our spine is starting here and going here, okay? So it's basically 7.5. So 3.5 is half, so 3.25 is the center. And then generally I come down 1.5 or 2. So once you've got that measurement, now we're going to line this up. And I need a color that I can see. Let's try red. Okay, so I've got this lined up here, here, and here. And it's going to be hard. It's going to be very hard because I've got the heavy Masterboards in it, but I like the Masterboards because I'll be able to add pockets and interesting things inside. So before we do that, we're going to start at the beginning here, and we're just going to make absolutely sure everything is up. Okay. You hanging in there? Okay, so I don't have any ups on this line stuff. This one needs to be up. Yep, they're up. And that's it. That's the only one that I needed to worry about. All right. So we're gonna get that open. Everything is even in there. As even as I would get it. case, we're just gonna clip this, keep it from shifting around. It's gonna shift around. It always shifts around on me, but we'll try to keep it from shifting too much. Now, if you don't have one of these, you absolutely have to have one of these. Otherwise, it's very hard to use a needle. You're gonna really struggle, and I did before because it took me a long time to find one of these. I found it at Opus eventually. Okay. Now we are going to fold this. We're going to make sure we have our fold, and we're going to do it right in the center. And I can't seem to make it work to have more than one signature with these. They wind up joining together on me when I try to do more than one signature. The holes join together. Come on. I have a yogurt container glued onto my stand that I made. So absolutely make sure we're up, okay? Make absolutely sure everything is up. Leave ourselves a tail there. Come on. There we go. That hole. And without going through your thread, we're going to go back into this center hole. But we don't want to puncture our thread when we're going in. Just makes tying it hard. Tends to not happen with hemp cord, I think, as much as other threads. So let's pull these off. So what we're going to do is we're going to make sure that this is centered again. We don't want to tighten it until we have this and this centered. See what I mean? We're going to pull this, make sure these twang a little bit. And I'll show you how easy it is to tie with hem cord, because it does not slide. These will be tickety-boo for tags later. Now we have our new horse journal. And I'll just put it under the weight so that it learns to stay closed. But otherwise, it's ready to be decorated. Isn't that fun? Hope you like it, guys.